shout out to my people. Green, silver, black, and white, always repping for my Eagles. Hey, hey, welcome to the podcast, we gon' keep it real. Get it hype when the team stepping on the field. We all we got, we all we need. Philadelphia Eagles, lock in with me. It's a Philly thing, you ready? Let's go.
All right, everybody, what is up? Welcome to the show. This is the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. I'm Asif Body, and the Eagles Nation is going nuts. NFL world is going nuts. Jalen Hurts, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know already, threw an interception. It's August 12th. In practice, he threw an interception. Oh, no. I didn't realize that we had to keep stats on training camp. I didn't realize it was the end of the world when a quarterback throws an interception in practice. As the great Allen Iverson has said, practice. We talk about practice, man. And that's what this is about. This is practice. We don't have football yet. I mean, we're going to have football later this week. Thank goodness. But my Lord. People are going crazy over this Quinyon Mitchell interception, which, by the way, all-pro cornerback, mind you, against Hollywood Brown. Did Jalen throw a good ball? No, it wasn't a great ball by any means. But I'll be damned. Oh no, Jalen Hurts got picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Stop the presses. It's over. This guy's a bum. Anybody who's sitting there overreacting to the interception, pipe it down. It's just a pick. Now, what if I were part of the Eagles social media team, would I have posted that? Maybe not necessarily, but they were highlighting Quinyon Mitchell. I understand where their mindset was. There's also a mindset where they wanted to really make sure that Jalen Hurts was taking a big hit. But again, we're talking about practice. And the fact that he's throwing an interception, whatever. I was looking at some other channels on X and other media accounts, and they were talking about how Jalen Hurts throws an interception, it gets like 9 million impressions or 9 million views. When Josh Allen throws an interception, it's like a quarter of that. So what? Quite frankly, it's because it's the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Buffalo freaking Bills. And listen, I'm a critic of Josh Allen. No doubt about it. But I'll be damned. We're talking about Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. Stratosphere of a difference. Okay? Albeit in certain situations, I would, again, I have my critique on Josh Allen. But I'll be damned. There is no question in Buffalo about Josh Allen. Just like there are questions in Philadelphia about Jalen Hurts. So it's a world of a difference, and the popularity of each team, I mean, it speaks for itself. You're a Philadelphia Eagle fans. You're part of an organization. You're an NFL icon type of team. The Eagles are in this era of football, in like the 2020s, the 2000s. The Eagles are one of the best football organizations in the NFL. So forgive me, if a play by Eagles players in practice gets highlighted more than what they're doing in Buffalo, New York. Have any of you been to Buffalo? Respect to the Buffalo Bills fans and the city of Buffalo. I'm a New York native. I'm from Long Island. I've had to drive to Rochester, Binghamton. I've driven all over New York. With respect to all of you in Buffalo, there is jack shit out there. It's boring. So I'm not going to go over and be overwhelmed by the fact that there's an interception in practice because, Jalen Hurts is running into he can't do it. You see the interception? He can't do it. It's beyond stupid. You guys were just criticizing ESP for highlighting statistics in practice. and saying how that doesn't correlate to games. Why that's nonsense. And look at what you guys are doing right now. Going nuts over this interception. It's Quinyon Mitchell. It's one of the best defenses in football. And it's practice on August 12th. Who gives a shit? These things happen. If you're so tied up in the fact and making a correlation or making a determination about Jalen Hurts and this football team based on one play in practice, your brain is the size of a pea. And you got the IQ of a doorknob. So pipe it down. That's my thoughts on the interception and the chaos, okay? Overall, the offense in training camp has been incrementally improving. Players have been sticking out, and players have been showing their stuff. There's also been concerns, and I've highlighted them with Makai Lemon before, which I'll brush up into a little bit. But other players have really stepped up. Dontavian Wicks for one. Darius Cooper is the one that we're going to talk about today. But Darius Cooper is one that's really stepped up and really turned eyes in Philadelphia. Jalen Hunt on the defensive end, we know the deal there. So there's a lot of good in Eagles camp right now. And the thing that I want to talk about now and transition to is Darius Cooper and whether or not the hype is going to be worth the squeeze of the juice. What's up, everybody? This is your host, Asif Badi of the Riding the Budge Eagles podcast. Listen, if you like what you're hearing thus far in this video, do me a favor here. Shoot this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, check us out on audio platforms such as Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and leave a 5-star review because in the end, it doesn't cost you a damn thing to go ahead and do those things for a brother and another human being. So I appreciate your support on the opposite side of the camera. And without further ado, let's get on with the show. With Darius Cooper, I believe the guy can play. We've seen it for an off season or two now. I mean, he was an undrafted rookie free agent last season. And now, yes, I called him an undrafted rookie player recently, but that's what he was. He was an undrafted rookie in the NFL. And it's his second year in Philadelphia here. And he's been turning heads in camp. Every reporter talks about it. When they leave the Philadelphia Eagles facility, they say, hey, you know, Darius Cooper, that kid, they got something over there. That kid can play. However, despite the fact that I think the kid can play, and he's had preseason spouts before where he's had really big turnouts, and he's been really great in camp, and Jalen Hurts has even spoke highly of him, it's not going to change the fact that he's not going to see the field. He ain't seeing the field over Dontavian Wicks, or Makai Lemon. Despite the fact Makai Lemon not being out there. It ain't happening. Darius Cooper, the only way he's going to get reps in this Philadelphia Eagles offense on a consistent basis is injury, which is probable with Makai Lemon potentially. Or two, he absolutely blows it out of the water. And I love the hype coming out of camp for Darius Cooper. I am not sure if he's blowing it out of the water. He's been really good. And he's been had some really, really nice plays. And everyone's hyping this guy up. And we're going to see in the preseason game against Baltimore this Saturday and future games for the next couple of weeks how good Darius Cooper potentially can be. But he is not going to get starting reps here. He ain't seeing the field much in the regular season. You can miss me with that. The starting wide receiver group is going to be Devontae Smith, Dontavian Wicks, Makai Lemon, and then you'll mix in Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown, and maybe Darius Cooper. I don't even know if we're going to carry 6 wide receivers on the damn roster. Like, understand the people who you have in front of you and the fact that it's a new offense. You need veterans out there who know the game, who've been in an offense like this before. And think about just exactly what you're asking Darius Cooper to do. Now, do you believe he's a really good player? Maybe a diamond in the rough, potentially. I don't know. I think the kid can play. I shouldn't say kid. I think the guy can play. But this idea that he's going to come in and completely revamp this Eagles offense or be a guy that you could trust in big spots, I don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. The Eagles don't know that yet. Like I said, it's practice. And he's not going to be playing football for the Eagles on a high level for us because of the politics of the NFL. Devontae Smith, a top 10 pick. Makai Lemon, first-round pick. Dontavian Wicks, traded and given an extension by the Eagles. Eli Starr's, second-round pick. Dallas Goedert in the lineup. Saquon Barkley. I mean, the whole revamp of the offense was not built to throw the ball. It was built to be a more effective unit by running the ball better on first and second down. And Jalen Hurts, this offseason, from what reports tell you, he's looked leaner, he's looked faster, he's looked more comfortable, he's looked more refreshed. So more likely than not, the offense is going to revolve more around Jalen and Saquon Barkley than it is anybody else. And I don't know about you, I don't necessarily believe throwing the ball more to wide receivers 3 and 4 make your offense more effective. What makes the offense more effective is if you're able to run the ball. If you win first and second down, if you're third and short, not being in third and long. And again, I like Darius Cooper. I think he's going to be a really good player for us, and I think he's had a fine camp. I don't believe he's better than Makai Lemon. I don't believe he's better than Dontavian Wicks. I don't believe, obviously, he's not better than Devontae Smith. Where is he going to see the field? Where is he going to get these touches that everyone seems to be enamored with this guy? Is he better than Elijah Moore? I've seen Elijah Moore on an NFL field as a starter in this league. I know he's got ability. Hollywood Brown, more proven, has starter quality reps in the NFL. He was a 1,000-yard receiver in the NFL. With respect to Darius Cooper, and this is not a knock on him, it's the knock on the coverage and the fan hype around him. He is not seeing the field, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you going to get this opportunity outside of injury? And I know all of you, me included, do not wish injury on anybody in the NFL. So, as much as I love this story, and as much as I believe Darius Cooper is a player, he is not seeing the field. So, this is going to be a really good story for the next couple of weeks, and then it's going to die down. Because quite frankly, unless he absolutely has a Victor Cruz type of preseason, there is no way Darius Cooper is going to be a wide receiver in Philadelphia on Sundays in the regular season on a consistent basis. He may make the roster just because the hype has been so much. They're probably not going to want to lose him. He may carry 5 receivers on this lineup, potentially. If you carry 6, he's definitely making the roster. But he is not seeing the field. And is that the right thing? Is that something that you look at and you say, this is wrong because he should be seeing the field? Perhaps you're right. Perhaps he should have the opportunity to go out there on the field. Because if it were meritocracy, for damn sure, it would be Devontae Smith, Dontavian Wicks, and Darius Cooper. By meritocracy, that's exactly what it would be. But in the NFL, it's not meritocracy. Get that out of your head. The NFL is a league that is skewed towards high pedigree. Guys who have pedigree and who have more eyeballs on them get the shine. Very rarely does somebody in the late round picks, undrafted, 6th round pick, 7th round pick, 5th round pick, come into the NFL and get starting quality reps. If they do, it's remarkable. I mean, think about the handful of players in the NFL today who are late round picks. I mean, ironically, most of them that I know reside in Philadelphia. Mailata, Moro Ojomo. I mean, Josh Sweat was a later round. I think he was like a third or fourth round pick. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. might be a guy who gets some starting reps at some point. Brock Purdy was the last pick of the draft. Brady famously was 199, sixth round pick. Outside of that, though, you're not getting a lot of guys in the lower end of the draft who are going to get starting reps. Darius Cooper, with respect to you, my man, because I hope you have that opportunity in Philadelphia, because I do believe, like a lot of people, you can play. The politics of the NFL are not forgiving. So, yeah. That's all I got in terms of Darius Cooper. Am I tripping about that? Am I wrong about that? Maybe I'm overreacting. Was I overreacting to the Quinyon Mitchell and the Jalen Hurts chaos? Potentially. Let me know in the comments section below. And on your way out, shoot this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe with me to lock in with the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you back here next time, everybody. Take care of yourself. Hey, thank you so much for getting through this episode of the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. If you want more content just like this, hit the subscribe button below to lock in with me. Thank you so much for your support on the opposite side of the camera, and check us out on other platforms in the description box below. And we'll see you back here next time for the next episode of the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast.